Okay, so you've finally done it. You've taken the plunge and quit World of Warcraft because, well, yeah. You don't want to play Classic because you don't trust Big Bobby's company to honour the spirit of the original game, and you're not interested in playing other MMOs right now because you love Warcraft and just want to play a good version of the game. So what do? Am I fucked, Vulgrin, I hear you ask? Well, there may just be another option for you. Yep, I'm talking about private servers for World of Warcraft. But beware, we are talking about highly illegal, unofficial servers run by pirates who want nothing more than to deny the poorly funded indie development company that is Activision Blizzard what little revenue they can make from their poor, suffering game. I warn you, these servers are intended only for hardened criminals, and if you play on them, you might die. Yeah, seriously though, private servers are a lot of fun. I've been playing on various ones now for about 8 years, and they genuinely can be a great option if you're interested in playing WoW but don't want to involve yourself with Blizzard. The idea that you're somehow at risk of losing your Battle.net account because you've played on a private server is just a myth, and most of the time when a server shuts down, it's because it was crap, not because Blizzard sent Agent Smith to eliminate the people running it. So if you're the type of dude who has no respect for authority because you're on that Shrigma grind, or you're just a poor ghetto-spreading cottage cheese-ass motherfucker who doesn't want to pay for WoW, then you should definitely look into the private server scene. The real question is what servers are actually worth playing right now in 2021. But before I get into that, allow me to pull up some history for you. And don't worry, I'm not referring to my browser history. No one needs to see that. I just want to explain some basics about private servers for those of you who've left WoW but have little to no knowledge about what private servers are or their history. If you already know this stuff or frankly don't give a shit, no worries, just skip ahead a few minutes for my server recommendations. Private servers then. So they've been around since forever really, and in various forms, either covering specific WoW expansions or offering custom content like new races, areas, systems, etc. But these servers really picked up interest after the changes introduced in the Cataclysm expansion. With the old world gone seemingly forever at the time, they developed a demand for the older version of the game, recreating the official product as closely as possible. These Blizz-like servers varied massively in quality and exploitative tendencies. Some had shitty cash shops or vote shop options, and many were buggy as fuck. It wasn't uncommon back in 2013 when I first started playing on them to roll a new character on a private server and not see a single person for hours at a time outside of the major cities. At this time though, private servers were still pretty niche. It would take the failure of Warlords of Draenor and the mass exodus of players who had been alienated by Blizzard but still loved Warcraft to really cast private servers into the spotlight. This is where Nostalrius comes in. Now if you've only ever heard of one private server, it's probably Nostalrius. It came out in 2015 during what was essentially the perfect period to release a private server. WoD was going down the gutter, there was absolutely no hint of classic servers ever being released by Blizzard, and people were ready for a highly Blizz-like rendition of the original vanilla game. I'm just gonna say it, Nostalrius was amazing. Trust me, I played on it religiously for months and I had a blast. It had everything a private server needs to succeed, and this is important because it will tell you what to look out for if you're looking for a private server to play on right now. Number 1, it was stable. I remember doing a /who in Nost and seeing that there were literally tens of thousands of players online at one point. Lag was not even an issue. It's fucking disgusting when you realise how unstable the Blizzard servers were when Classic launched. 2. It was a Blizz-like experience. There were bugs, yes, there always are, but they were few enough as to not be a problem. This matters because many private servers fail because they have genuinely game-breaking bugs and other technical issues which drive players away when they first launch. Number 3, and this is probably the most important part, the hype was there. You can have a stable server, you can have a high quality server, but if for some reason it doesn't generate much interest, it will die. Nost did well because it was able to generate an insane amount of support, which may well never be replicated in the scene. That means fresh players throughout its life cycle, and that meant a healthier game, just like in any retail MMO. Obviously, Nostalrius later got shut down and that paved the way for the Blizzard Classic product, but that's another story. All that you need to know is that the coming of Classic meant that private servers once more receded into the shadows, but with the issues Blizzard are facing right now in Shadowlands, and the controversial decisions made with the launch of Classic TBC, that might be about to change. Which brings us to the present. The conditions may once again be right for a few great servers to emerge. My first piece of advice for anyone interested in checking out what's available would be for you to start browsing the WoW servers subreddit. which is dedicated to non-retail Warcraft servers and tends to be the first place you'll learn about a new project. It's a great resource for getting information about private servers, and also getting depressed. With that being said, take what you read there with a pinch of salt. Server rivalry and infighting can unfortunately be an issue with these servers. You have to learn how to navigate levels of intrigue and betrayal that would make George R.R. Martin shit himself, and that's a skill you'll learn with time. Currently though, there are a few servers which appear to be doing well, and I'm going to start with the best option right now if your interest is in playing vanilla World of Warcraft. This is probably also the most popular private server running at the moment, in my opinion. It's called Darrowshire. Now this is a 100% Blizz-like vanilla WoW private server. So far I've only heard good things and I'd encourage you to check it out. The regular population appears to be well over 2,000 active players, which is very promising for a private server, and the people running this server have apparently stated that they will never put up a cash shop or accept donations from players. Obviously words are just words, but right now I would highly recommend Darrowshire to anyone interested in the original version of the game without the Blizzard bullshit. I also want to give a mention to Turtle WoW. So this is an RP PvE server, which is very different from your Blizz-like ones covering a set expansion like Darrowshire. That's because Turtle WoW offers custom content for the vanilla game, such as playable goblins and high elves, new zones, quest lines, titles and bosses. There is actually a metric fuckton of new content which this team have added to the game, and for a full list of features, I'd advise you to check out their website. Just Google Turtle WoW. It appears to have quite a small but stable population, and it's well worth it for anyone who likes Warcraft but would be interested in the sort of classic plus product, what Blizzard could have added to the game if they'd gone in a different direction. Finally, I want to tell you about Chromicraft. So this is similar to Darrowshire in that it's a Blizz-like server, except it's for the Wrath of the Lich King expansion. So if that's your jam, Chromicraft might well be for you. It doesn't end there though, because Chromicraft is a full progression experience, which means that on this server, content is released in 10 level stages. At one point, for example, level 29 was the cap, and then 39, and it's going to go on from there, with each of these phases introducing the new dungeons, occasionally a new battleground and so on, like you would gain access to when you reach that level in the original game. What I love about this feature is that it encourages you to step away from the rush to endgame style of play, and makes you appreciate the slow pace of the game more, because you're taking the time to enjoy different levels for longer without a massive grind. This also makes the server feel more accessible for newer players who can catch up. Chromicraft has a small but stable population, and it's worth checking out, especially if you fancy playing TBC and Wrath later down the line. So there you have it. Who says I'm not a generous god? 3 current popular private servers which all have their unique draws for any of you who are sick of Blizzard but love World of Warcraft. Remember that new servers are coming out all the time, especially with the Blizzard product in its current state, so make sure to monitor the subreddit for updates. Chances are I will be making a character on one of these servers at some point in the near future, so if that's your jam, keep your eyes peeled and you might see me Naruto running around on a rogue very soon. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, you can ruin your life by subscribing to the channel for more degeneracy. I'd highly recommend it. I hope to see you all in the next video, and once again thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye bye.